today, now the 7th day of June 2023. We don't come back. We don't come back, oh, we don't come back, fumble them. IMF don't give saloon money. But wait, we can look inside them better one. You know left better again, now sleep and wake. Well, even less than 1 month, even less than 20 days. Salon get for decide, Uda go get a steering wheel for the next 5 years. They are out there campaigning and they sell the markets. You hear what I say? Then they sell the markets because they know say the buyer then they. Me and you, now the buyer them. I pay attention small because ECSL, I don't know if you watch, then we get the Leone meeting today. We say network safe being streamed. And the ECSL boss been blow mind. For make we get a peaceful election, everybody, where I say everybody gets a part for play. The president, ECSL, the citizens, we all get part for play for get a peaceful election. But something they notice na social media about people capitalizing on international community. Yes. People then they capitalize. Oh, the international community there. The international community there. The international community is there for we. Brother, sister, relax first. I want to make you take a deep breath. Take a deep breath first. You say international community there for we? Say Leonians. You see the peace? Now we get them. Not to international community get them. Not to them get them today. Not to them get them tomorrow. Now me, now you, now we get them. And now we get for uphold them, now we country. And all left better again for make we decide who that we want for get the steering wheel. Oh, ECSL not agree for pull the voter registration. They not agree for pull the voter registration. So, we they demonstrate, we they come on the street, we they do this, let them pull them. Sierra Leone. Can we please wake up from our slumber? Can we please? A video they pass where young man and the claim say na Mohamed Rama soirée in tongue. Say APC not for go there. If you go there, then go kill. Seriously? Now this would all reach too. Now they would all reach now. Hey, Papa God. Some of we refuse to give up pants alone. Some of we refuse. Yeah? And I'm sorry, I don't know how authentic the video be. I don't know how authentic the video be. But by now, ECSL don't come out with a video for debunk. And for one day, your man and they say, They said they already poster watch. The one they support APC, well, you get waiting, then the few day. The one they say support SLPP, you get somehow they say, no, this we condone, we not condone this, we condemn them. You get someone they say, yes, that's so for do them. O President Biogo McKinney, who they can inside their own place. Now so we don't do now. Now so we don't do. For these politicians, give me a break. Yeah, say them politicians, yeah. They were, yeah. We get a population we for capitalize on, we for make. We get country then at the world we want this kind of a population we get. Because the young one them beaucoup pass the old one them. The one that we get strength, then beaucoup pass the one that we not get strength. Then beaucoup pass the one that we not get strength. We by now, yeah. Now enjoyment too for deeper. Yes, enjoyment. Because we get the able population. We get them. ECSL they talk to this, they expect the political parties them for come out snado and condemn. For come out and condemn. When you see this, you first come on the other day they did an AYV the same thing. When you see come on and talk against them, but no. They self they hide. Then get one safe space where then they hide inside it. Say not to people let more. (2023) election. It happened, ma. Peaceful one by God power. But to no go so team up that kind of confidence day. If we know they do the thing, we go make it come peaceful. ECSL then take ballot boxes. They go wasa na watasai. ECSL say yes, na the box the wasa na watasai. Then in 2018, like seriously. The problem here, institution them we na government institution when na the president na in the appoint. If not to say because of integrity, no the integrity they at short supply, people they know for the doubts. I like to meet in the was ballot box now what I say. Well, what's on there? You know, me nothing. Even though not today for WhatsApp, who care? Because we not say the person today. Not got problem with that. What's in the security of the ballot box then again? So only the secure, the one who go length. The one who go length now is secure. This one, no. I must not give them 20. Okay, let them. I must take out 18. They say the two go they not see. We attack here and go. So now so for be left. I don't say now so you happy no. And say that box then they now from 2018 they me pack them, so now then go wash them. Now what I say. If they can go wash box now what I say, and it's normal, who said the people in the pool water for the gink? There are certain things then they just look beyond, left this politics business. Yeah? Left and small look beyond. That particular place they for saying that the only sign and they where because that water they serve to me not be look clean no. Oh now because they be team up inside it and they mass massa. If we be say we get integrity, if we be say integrity whether they say president puts person, then the person is he say, well, the powers that be one for twister. They say, there, me name and my family name me better pass this. They are like a mobile. But in Sierra Leone, the government is not the highest employer. The government is not the highest employer. Until we get the private sector, they compete with the government. Brother, sister, ou de force. Eh? It de force. Because what you do? The way they pay, the way they blow the whistle. But now they tell you why. If you can't team up down, then tell you say A, you say no, now B, and so I come on here. And at the who side they go again? Because now they back you to go meet. Now then they employ. The private sector is weak. It's weak. But that's not mean to say we don't want peace now we country. Not so. Not mean say we don't want peace now we country at all. Why do we want the for people for they on the edge? Why? Those kind by power by force, do or die. Somebody make video, I don't know if you see him, and they count the military armored car and stuff there like that. I watched the video too. Unless otherwise, but me tiki police say that video dey not to salon. Yes, that salon man be they talk they count. But listen fine. Why not the salon man no dey talk creep at the video? Eh? Why na one gay sabi talk creep? Why the apprentice they dey ala pa the poda dem? We don't take for this business. That's how me feel. I make I say unless otherwise. But I don't watch her. Not to saloon. Unless if now one outside they need to talk creole. Yes. Outside you they go na parking ground. No, you no go here then they all outside and they go. Eh? So man now they use that one. They want come for we can kill the people left. Now, right, son. You get fumble at home. Another ask you, let buy a slow keep them. Let buy one by half them for keep because we don't know. We don't know how this election get for come out. That itself alone will make people not even come out for votes. It go make the turnout low. Who that go profit param? It go make the turnout low. So the political party themselves, then they arm themselves back. Unless if them get another plan, who knows sabi, other than going to the polls, you vote, you come out today. Who say you can go? Unless if they get them because now the people and votes you need. So anything where they scare the people, anything go make the turnout low, you don't want it. You don't. Okay. A word for the wise. It left to you. But this, we go to talk now. Because some people, even that last day, for August, 3 people, are you? Now you be the talk, say. Not say because I'm critical, so everything I need the support. No. I'm critical. I can not see why the support. If the political party they know they open their eye. If they know they open their eye, say some of these tactics now for make the turnout low. They will get themselves for blame. They go get themselves for blame. Me than Sierra Leone. They for nobody, no vote for nobody. But are they able for captivate people for go vote? For that, I don't know. Vote your conscience. You gotta be wise. Yeah? You get to be wise. Okay. Must this say, I just answer must this in before we come quick one to this IMF one. Must this say, he said Tripoli, this government not always the pride itself in investing by people and the country. The question is, how in the world is not able to provide we save a brand new and well secured ballot boxes there, at least according to ECSL, we need almost they say 38,000 boxes. We get to, but the one will get no do. I mean, 11,000 we go length. $11,000 boxes now go length. So then say, even ECOWAS, Africa Union, don't they say, whenever they buy the NT, allow the length. The only side I not get, he say, we length from Liberia. He say, but he say, possible length to we. Possible length to we. But we, now we they go length. We lent Nigeria, we lent on past elections them. But we unbox so get. Nobody no be can lent to we. Now make us still we will be keep am wasam. Alright. I hope say you get standing. Then say ECOWAS they encourage say no not for the waste money per election because election there. So Lord they lent to we save. Well they wait let them can lent from we force. But Lord go now to proper program proper for today. The government of Sierra Leone wants me you for no say IMF don't agree for giving money this particular term here. Don't agree for giving money. Well, then one day, yes, the government they use them for campaign. For say the last term where the APC be there, when election term be they come, they not agree give APC money. And tawapa them. They not agree. What to make them not be agree? APC say, now what APC tell we, then say government IMF be want to make Salon government pull the subsidy where them been put pan fuel. They say that like we so say they not agree. They not agree for pull them. So because of that, IMF vex. They pull them. Okay, this is how it works. You can lend money to me. Yeah? You can lend money to me. Me, now me get the money. When you come, I dey give condition them. Say, now this, now that, now this. You agree. Say, well, I go pay you so and so and so and so term. I may say, okay, you have the money. But how are they see you they behave? Even though the money you can lend to me, I still get power over you back. How they see they behave, I can just come in because we get waiting the agreement to get. I can still come in and tell you, brah, that see they behave so. I not think say you go able for pay me. I not think say you go able for pay me. So you look the struggle back. So I go extend this money you get for pay me, but I expect you for do A, B, and C. I expect you for do A, B, and C, then I go extend them. APC say, no, we no mix. When this administration come inside, they say yes. Oh, even though they use and campaign say, I have not listen to that again. Then they listen there because what you know, then say now for we. Because the Tranganes go pass mark pa we if they pull the subsidy then they put my fuel business. It's just like the same way they say for send some of our brothers and sisters them from the United States for go salon. Say because and they don't get problem with the law. They say some man we don't check his passport. Some man they know about ascertain na salon he come out. Our government it make Yankee for so say on est des droits. On est des droits, on est des check there. On est des check there. It's okay. Hey, lo li company. Yeah. Pass if na government business you they come for can do. As long as not to government business you they come for can do. You know the able can ya. Yes, you know they come. Pass if na government like way they can UN function then kind thing and they then go begin you come. But any other thing you know they come. That's what they do we officials there. Where's them go sit down na cabinet? O let ku count you. O let ku people o bra law accept ya. Then they accept. So you see, they can give condition them, we're gonna make them accept. The Bureau administration go then sit down at table, what the APC say no to, then say yes. They accept. Well, we don't say how the 5 years day. Look how they now presently. Then begin fall back, then they fall back, then they fall back. The last one way then do, we do that program then I. They begin for ask IMF, say, IMF, no worry you. And then people here, now get them. Eh? Now we get them. Then people here. Watch we how they deal with them. We they count this, we count that, we count dande, we count all the wire. Just allow it till November. Who say feel to say we not go make them? Oh, now watch no more. Who they make her? When then they count all them finances them, then other added taxes, all thing nine counter. Nine count all. Waited today, who still watch them for that airport for that extra suitcase. Wait, then go. They want to sabio. Now then go watch, say, it ain't at the aviation code of waiting self. Something we get for deal with waiting. And luggage. Now then take bye. Then can incorporate them. Yes. But they not begin implement it. Someone they text me triple una never the waiting self. Me I don't apply at the airport. Then okay. Alright. Me want let the implementer. No, I don't want let the implementer more. I don't want. For say we go to suitcase, even you airline don't talk that one they done, you they go talk to them back. If you go to one thing way past 5 or 4, well that's not a personal, than a business. They say because waiting do. This is the same thing they did to that Wataki. We make 30 days they lost control of Wataki. 30 days. This I don't know what is wrong with our people in this administration. We don't know how to work. That's what I see. Now the same thing they do to Wataki. We see them kind of say, oh, will they stop leakages? Waiting a leakage, waiting not to leakage, they sweep all things. Bye. And then business people say, una think una do it. Well, wait. For when they lost control, 30 days. 30 days, they're not able to find their way around. Wait, see, they say some business people there, when they come inside na airport, then they can't say, oh, na personal, we na business. So because of that, we all suffer. They say business people in a salon, then they declare loss where they make profit. So because of that, you lost, so you profit, so now you get for pay tax. Now they don't corner than they all thing now then put them. You get for do this, you get for do that. No, nobody know how for take the time for investigate. Say how who's partner the loophole na ya? We make them one they make profits and they make like a for say then they loss. So the one who they lost now self true, if for suffer in the name of waiting, some man where they make profits, they say na loss is the loss. Yeah? Airport, but the same thing. And say business people in the couch thing, they say na person na win a business for cancel. So because of that, well, extra suitcase, so this, so that, so all they don't pile now. They no one for work. That's what I say. Because they just they take now say all men are the same. Lord just whap up at the all. Would I at? We're continuing another again. Well, the short one we left. There you go, Botande. We promise IMF. See? Una no worry you. Una give it till November. We get all the measures there we don't take. And because of the measures there, we know say it will be good for we. Eh? We know say it will be good for we. Let us see how government report to we. Government of Sierra Leone, Ministry of Finance. Now the press release this. For say the International Monetary Fund approves Sierra Leone economic performance under waiting extended credit facility program on June 5th. The Ministry of Finance, in collaboration with the Bank of Sierra Leone and the National Revenue Authority, want to inform the general public for say the Executive Board of the International Monetary Fund, IMF, on the 5th of June 2023, don't approve the Economic Performance Program of the government of Sierra Leone, we go trigger an immediate disbursement of almost $20.8 million. $20.8 million. I bet some money safe. No, seriously. True. 20.8 million. I bet some money. Eh? But let's continue. But for we will not get, I bet some money. Because it gets all where you go lock. Eh? But let's listen how the government say, yeah? It is worth noting for say the global economy what they face. It got some better challenges them. And I think them where only they expect where they make things just the tranga no more, it the tranga. And this not to salon no more, now across the world. The cry where people in the cry because things and tranga, high inflation, depreciation of currency, deteriorating external accounts, high interest rates, and rising debt level, and vulnerabilities. The crisis don't also worsen food and energy insecurity. Therefore, this approval of Sierra Leone economic program by the IMF, with all I just don't outline for you so, is a strong recognition and a vote of confidence by government commitment to restore macroeconomic stability, long-term debt sustainability, and then they enhance transparency and accountability from public funds. Yeah, how government say no to so. Inside that meeting there, this is government they tell you, in the view of the multiple global crises, the government with gladiators, where the statement of Mr. Bo Lee, Deputy Managing Director and Acting Chair, say Sierra Leone continue to face significant economic challenges, amplified, again wait, make it loud, by waiting multiple shocks. What that talks to? During the executive board meeting, tell this phone like behave. In view of the global multiple crisis, the government is pleased by the statement of Mr. Boli. Oh, the government is glad for what Mr. Boli say. And Mr. Boli, now the deputy managing director and the acting chair. Inside that meeting there, he says Salon they continue to face significant economic challenges, amplified by multiple shocks, which include the war between Russia and Ukraine. However, the government's then commitment for booster tax revenue, tax, listen, government commitment for make money through tax. We don't deal with dandy. Represent important step towards tightening. I make a long elect for you. But wait. Tightening the fiscal stance while creating space for priority social spending. Government don't commit itself say. Papa IMF no worry. Now people they leak tax but they raise the money for now. Alright. The IMF approval of the economic program go pave the way for other international financial institutions for scale up their support towards financing the government in priority program, which include human capital development. As a result, we please for inform the general public for say that the government is at an advanced stage in negotiating with the World Bank for disburse $65 million in budget support in 2023. Similarly, the approval go lay basis for the ongoing negotiation with the European Union for restore with budget support of 100 million euro for a period of 4 years, effective this year 2023. It's also important for make we note say sound economic program with IMF, among others, go provide comfort for the negotiation of the US Millennium Challenge MCC Compact and signature by the end of 2023. So, na lucky dip. We don't dip when? From IMF first. We are hopeful, say, because of this one go through with IMF. EU, 100 million euro, we go get budget support. World Bank, 65 million euro. The MCC, that $400 million. We go get because IMF, then our side. Yeah? Therefore, governments want for make we know say in commitment for implement agreed reform with development partners, including, but they left no more, forget prudent fiscal consolidation, exchange rates and monetary policy management, we go lower inflation and stabilize the exchange rate and booster international reserve. We aim for promote macroeconomic and financial stability. We go lay the foundation for inclusive, green, and sustainable growth. And so the government of Sierra Leone, through the Ministry of Finance, want to make me know about this $20.8 million. $20.8 million. Now we hear so. Yeah? Government get for please IMF. When it please IMF, I want you to see me and you get for dinner the bubble pin side. I hope you know that. As long as government they please IMF, at the bubble pin side we get for the. It make the government then get what they want. Then get what they want. Because from time we don't they say this administration no cuts down on nothing we get for do with them. They ain't spending. They no cut down. We not see Usai, the president say, because of how no money so, let take a pay cut. Because of how no money so, let me say, let look other way. Because of how money so, let fly economic class. Because of how money so, let reduce for no. But they say that money, it take gets money. I don't tell you what the government say, not to so. Let tell you what the IMF then say. How IMF make me use sabi bodies. And then Suleiman too, thank you for the stars. It look like so na fi say na me and government get for shape the money. Maybe Tiawa, thank you for the stars. Tolotex, Balakoma, Mosdi, thank you. Why they call the money na yasu? Say I'm not talking already you. Eh? Say I'm not talking already. So they are the stars lady for them, yeah? But now enter IMF. We don't hear our government say. Now enter IMF. Now hear what the IMF say true. The IMF executive board don't complete the 6th and 7th reviews under the extended credit facility agreement with two arrangements with Salon. We go allow for an immediate disbursement. Immediately we they give them about 20.7 million United States dollars. Even government says 20.8. But on the IMF website, IMF say 20.7. Now the website I they read from, so yeah. Sierra Leone economic challenge don't intensify. Hey. You know, there's a big pothole where you know say if you enter there, you mutoka and shocks them. They're not gonna be the same way come on at the other side. IMF they say enter. Enter no more. We enter. We come on at the other side. We come out today. You shocks they're not correct. You turn to and say, Papa, the shocks there. He say, Kala can't trust you. La trust you. Ti guy say approximation triple. You know say na approximation. What I read from the me another ad. What I read from the press release from government, they not say approximately. They not tell about approximation day. They say IMF they give 20.8. Okay, let's continue. IMF say about 20.7. Salon government say about 20.8. So, why they not left outside IMF left? I'll continue. Salon economic challenge don't can tranga one. Now IMF they talk now. Inflation don't continue for rise. The currency Interest they go down sharply. They take a deep dive. Zzzz. Eh? That are the currency. The debt related risk, they say, it don't increase. The authorities have requested an extension of the program to stay November. Then they will be done deal with Tanaya. For me, they continue for build on recent reforms and achieve program objective. They don't tell IMF, say IMF no worry. You know, say right now they per election. We see the election pass. Now they get all tea put by that paper. Yes, Bangwa, happy birthday. And I Kaya, you be said today it is spray amu. Alright, happy birthday. Loud you go. We promised them say November 2023. Let them come back. Building resilience and laying the foundation for stronger growth by consolidating public finances and for me to address the debt vulnerabilities. While in the support most vulnerable for remain the key to success of the program. Eh? Okay. My Musa say, maybe IMF want favors from Salon government because they don't get seat at Security Council. Okay. Now you are talking. They are collecting the debts again to harass, intimidate, and add more suffering on us. Maima Suma, they say, the people of Sierra Leone are going to see the worst. If ever Usmani Kamara, they say President Bio win again. Okay. Yes, Banga, they tell thank you for your birthday. Okay. Mostly say because the government knows say not to better money in a peanut, so then add +1 for make the money look better. Okay. Joseph Boxakabo, they say can't through this page and in a big fan. Welcome. We'll get Ginger Bear, we'll go give you, huh? But let's continue. So I just give you that part today. Low deep inside now, yeah? Low deep inside. Washington DC, 5th of June 2023. The executive board of the International Monetary Fund, IMF, don't complete the 6th and 7th reviews on Sierra Leone extended credit facility arrangement and don't approve the authorities' request for rephrasing and extension of the ECF arrangement by 5 months to November 29. To November 29, we'll go for Leone. From now to November 29. All the things that we then promise IMF, then get for implement them. Now I make the tax business. Then say that if you know what let them tax that each way they eat, go eat some cookery bafa. But as long as you go side and they put fork and knife, ready, then they charge you. But the GST way you don't pay already, then they charge you extra back 2%. Then save that they bad. Once you get fork and knife, you know in Sierra Leone you get criteria for everything. We then be say, oh, forgive that money for help them vulnerable people. And say, who that in toilet they inside, you know vulnerable. You know, say the cocoa that get in and on net. For come out from you, us for access the toilet, that criteria for dinner do. Yes, that ain't no easy. Eh? You ever mass stay the common and do. You ever feel one kind of breeze where they make you afraid? So that ain't make you vulnerable. I just one for the criteria, they know more. Okay. To November 29, the completion of the review enables immediate disbursement of about 20.7 million United States dollars. This brings the total of disbursement under this ECF arrangement to 144.6 million. Oh, don't collect. 144.6 million. The day will go able to add value power minerals them. The money are nothing. Nothing. You know they go sell you for kukwebe. The day will add value power minerals then. Only get the 44 million. They want the way up in business, they mining company. They ask them how much then they make profits back. Ask them. The other day, how much money where President Biogo give? When they say na surface money no more. Eh? Yeah. As a country, 20.7 million we glad. Hey, country. What be say the meaning of what they now country? One grey man na Dubai. Eh? One man no more na Dubai. Okay. In completing the 6th and 7th reviews, the executive board approved the authorities' then request for waive for non-observance of the end of June 2022 performance, where now be the ceiling of the net domestic bank credit to the central government and the end of December 2022 performance criteria on the ceiling on the net domestic bank credit to the central government bank, the ceiling on the net domestic asset of Bank of Salone, and the floor on the gross international reserve of Bank of Salone, based on corrective action taken by the authorities. The ECF arrangement with Salone was approved by the executive board November 30, 2018. Now they be approved. Remember, that's the time where this administration be just kind of power where they say IMF don't get confidence for we back. That's when they approve for Amos 172.1 million United States dollars. At that time, or around 60% of the country in quota. For 43 months, and was further extended by 12 months on July 27, 2021. The program aim na for reduce inflation. Famulem, what's in our inflation right now? Eh? Gineti say, he say, Dubai far, local Nigeria first for that kind of money there. Alright. What's out there? Waiting make we get this. Now for waiting, reduce inflation, mobilize revenue for allow necessary spending consistent with debt sustainability, safeguard financial stability, and maintain external resilience to shock. Eh? So the program now for reduce inflation, mobilize revenue, we go allow for necessary spending consistent with debt sustainability, safeguard financial stability, and for maintain external resilience to any kind albalawo for the other side. The economic recovery from successive external shock was interrupted last year amid waiting the energy and food prices in the context of Russia war na Ukraine. Reduce household purchasing power. This is not waiting to happen as alone. Reduce household purchasing power and lower the expected mining output. Inflation continue for rise on the back of increasing commodity prices, as well as looser than warranted macroeconomic policies and a sharp currency depreciation. The soaring cost of living contributed to a rising level of food insecurity na saloon. Foreign exchange reserve remain adequate, but it don't decline. That's what IMF they say. And rebuilding reserve buffers will be a priority going forward. Going forward. Soaring cost of living don't contribute to the rising level of food insecurity na salon. The foreign exchange reserve it adequate, but it don't decline. And rebuilding that reserve day, it will be priority going forward as we dey go. Sierra Leone remains at high risk of debt distress. For go take money, we no go able for pay. High risk. The risk don't rise in the context of recent large fiscal deficit and its currency depreciation. For una, I hope so na the hear what IMF they say about we currency depreciation. Not turn blind eye you. The money be there for so be there patch am. Na im professor income. When they ask for that money they trade, I'm not telling you. If na sack then sack am, if na leave it go, wetin happen now, bam, una dey see yourself, una dey hear about am. Pass to see how they dance. We currency just dey depreciate. And you can't just know. Now because we know the exports, now today we know the exports. I mean now with the exports per the oil. To me talk this administration, the Minister of Trade, they say with the exports now, with the export oil. We not be the exports before. Now with the export oil. With the export cocoa. So if we don't help we now, since we not be they do that one the day before. Okay. There we go. This soaring cost of living and the depreciation of a currency, a front-loaded and decisive adjustment of macroeconomic policy is needed for restore stability, create space for priority social spending, and contain risk for debt sustainability. Juliet, what did they confuse you? The government need for take a front-loaded and decisive adjustment. There are adjustments. Now we tax. Now we then the likampa. Wataki? Wataki? With two side. At the airport. Wataki then they make the highest money for government of Sierra Leone. Past and present. Eric George say the oil. The minister. Yeah, we export oil. So the minister say. Tigay, I need coffee. Well, how they go? Where can make a know? Macroeconomic condition expected to stabilize on the back of the planned adjustment. We don't do the adjustments then, now wait till the election done. I did say they see adjustments. Yeah? But the outlook remain waiting challenging. They say the condition they expect them for stabilize with the agreement to then get we will go to November 29. But the outlook challenging. Growth it go drop to 2.7% inside 2023 from 3.6% inside 2022. And the projection, will they take a deep dive? 2022 will be there 3.6%. 2023 will they forum to 2.7%. 2.7% now they will they forum. Then, with all the measures that they don't put on, by November 29, we will all long agree so well, and this now so go make money. We go rise inside 2024 to 4.7%. 4.7%. Inflation is projected to gradually decline to single digits over the medium term amid the contractionary policy stance, while foreign exchange reserve will stabilize, assuming robust concessional financing. So for make we get the results, then they assume say we do it in the one two we for do. When come for implement the policy, they say the risks are high amid the large adjustments where they need for do. Why man they ask when we begin export oil during COVID? Why they made the alpha video they una they watch? During COVID, the minister showed they export oil. For export and go Guinea safe. Na export. Yeah? But the export oil. Okay. And I just want you extra work. Pay attention to this page tomorrow. Yeah? Subscribe and follow the page. Like this page. So anything will put you, they get notification. Tomorrow they put them. Let you go where the trade minister they talk them. Okay. Tiga and AS. Now low dollar no low pay attention I small. Yeah, shit today, but they need a chill. Eh? Now low dollar small, do ya? Okay. Policy implementation and risk high ameliorate the large adjustments we need. A larger than program domestic financing needed. Oh, it needed. It needed. And further deposit dollarization could intensify rollover risk as banks' ability to increase holding of government paper could come under strain. It will come under strain. Larger than program with the Bank of Sierra Leone purchases of government paper will further spur inflation, depreciation spiral up and down. We go cause problem for dollarization. An abrupt global slowdown, tighter global financial condition, a more protracted Russia's war in Ukraine, and geographical fragmentation yeah, IMF, could weigh on external demand. A worse than anticipated term of trade shock and higher inflation could deteriorate fiscal and external accounts. Now the conclusion of the executive board discussion, Mr. Bowley, one of the deputy managing director and acting chair, made this statement. Then I waiting government self being tell we. So no need for go to again. Wait. Oh, now wait. I want to compare. Okay. Then say during Mr. Bowley make the statement, government say, okay, now wait me. I see something now. You know, so we like for compare and contrast. Sierra Leone continue to face significant economic challenges amplified by multiple shocks, including Russia war in Ukraine. However, the government's commitment to booster tax revenue represents important steps toward tightening the fiscal stance while creating space for priority social spending. Now, so government say, Mr. Bowley say. IMF say, Mr. Bowley say, Sierra Leone continue to face significant economic challenges amplified by multiple shocks, including from Russia's war in Ukraine and policy slippages. Policy slippages. Policy was supposed to do, but we slip for them. Policy slippages not the waiting government say Mr. Bowley say. So now I not read them, but I compare now I see no some what then they where government not been put. So now I read Mr. Bowley in correct one where IMF say Mr. Bowley say. Inflation continue for rise. The currency depreciated sharply. No, government not talk dandy. Or government I summarize. I go summarize wetin the man say. Let yourself wetin the man say. Currency depreciated sharply and debt-related risk don't increase. A decisive and front-loaded tightening of macroeconomic policy is required to restore stability and contain increasing risk to debt sustainability. The authorities have started taking bold measures to stabilize the economy. The authority has started taking bold measures You know what that mean, eh? Bold measure. Be a man for stabilize the economy. Because the other side not get for feel easy. So you the papa, you get for take the bold measure to stabilize the economy, with the ECF program remaining an important policy anchor amid a fragile economic backdrop. They say na so the man say. Okay. Even though they give you the money, they still explain to we wetin dey make we fall, wetin dey make we sleep on. Because the bolo dey na ground, we no want for clean am. Eh? Recent efforts to bolster tax revenue represent important steps towards tightening the fiscal stance, while creating space for priority social spending. We don't read down the end. To bring down inflation and arrest the currency depreciation, monetary conditions need to tighten, including through reduced central bank purchase of government securities. Exchange rate policy should focus on rebuilding foreign exchange reserves, reinforcing transparency in the currency redenomination will boost confidence in the currency. IMF say reinforcing transparency in the currency redenomination will boost confidence in the currency. Okay. Ensuring financial sector stability will require building on recent progress in improving bank supervision and regulation, while strengthening the financial sector safety net and crisis management framework. Time-bound action vis-a-vis banks in breach of regulatory regulation is key. Further efforts to strengthening the AMLCFT framework are needed. Structural reform will be essential for reducing vulnerability to corruption and foster private sector development. Private sector development. Structural reform. Structural reform. Efforts to improve the business climate and strengthening the governance of key institutions need to continue, including to support the public accountability framework, anti-corruption efforts, and effective rule of law. Effort to enhance climate resilience and foster sustainable green growth will be important. All this time IMF in sing. Must they ask, wait to why make the politician and no go start for take pay cuts? Whether politician he say I tell you say Muslim, he say like you be much na grown. For that what do we talk? Politician take pay cuts. And not in them book. Okay. For the denomination confidence, the bank don't suggest what you need for do. Welcome on board, friend. Quick one, sir. You get the platform.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A. Try me and quick, yeah. Thanks for giving me the platform and talk with through all this economic issue. And we don't put on a table this beyond when we can do the outlook based on waiting them before don't even do when IMF then duty when I for check the monetary within the bank they do and how the bank they work with the government policy when the fiscal. But they don't see say they don't come late and then review yeah with them before don't do, because we see them for don't do 5, 6, and 7 alternate times, but we see them do 5, 6, and 7 very close between December, November to December. But this one with them in the ask for, so they be done the ask for them from 2 years back. But waiting at the acceptance, they say they don't see say we don't dip on the waiting the measure way for full up the cup say now young we don't reach. So now so the law wouldn't say criteria we don't fulfill now and they follow we get the money, because we deep and then death distress money we they spend out it too much in areas who development or they come, so then try for say how then go squeeze there, then try for talk about who side the money they go, but all within and they say in a micro economy. But waiting the indication who for don't even get who come to waiting at the duty who we own government for don't even do in terms of the bank and other people them. Some of the indicators they not going to look at them, then they see them, but then they divert them. Go will not say one, you talk about for let you get indicator for let you see that macroeconomic, that economy will be big, will be pulling business go flow. You talk of the interest rate. Again, you don't need to look how that interest rate get for affect the business people them. How people and they lend money, waiting at the rate when they pay with big business, how you will balance her. You talk of that inflation side where you will look now waiting, then they say waiting the person in your house, they able buy for that moment they between a month period, we go able for help them. So you get anything and they say CPI, consumer price. But the decision of that interest rate, that they the problem in the day back. Then you know they look at they're looking at the retail price, because the retail price I mean they ignored for in many ways. Why they get the change of taxation who will affect her, wait till if get the final the consumer in problem. Then waiting you can help her with GDP, of course, waiting will bring her inside somewhere supposed for on the car when we mines proceed, they come inside the monetary side. Even they go to the fiscal side, and the fiscal they be on spending spree in terms of expenditure will be higher than which than they get. So we see that one day when they break down the relationship between the bank governor and the government, we don't lose the same. So that's how the indicator they will for on the see. Because look back on the industry will be get, but now it don't develop the way if we don't grow, if we do it cripple down. Then you bring the currency now, where you be say presently now the worst performing currency against the dollar. One of the worst performing currency. So that thing all done the but how you go adjust them? Then don't tell we see IMF, they will able to adjust them. But we not be able to see the internal factors there where a little bit of external factor trigger them. Because then they try to tell we say if other external factor can we forget resilience. So that means we not been get resilience. Where been there for long for don't do it. So that way they can't show it. But the debts are increasing. The debts then increase. So that brings me again to the overall question of asking the duty of IMF. You go look, I've only picture here of helping and then forecasting and the role where they do and the depend who get for depend them where they say at least then will play a role in waiting and go condition we don't bring inside that finance act. But the question where you go question the IMF is good in areas of forecasting. But when this global economy don't reach so presently, it don't become so much that then difficult for let them go forecast at a point where una when they go for go lend them money they have from them, or una they need this bailout. If una not get people away expert in terms of let me say una get like people that when contractors them or personal experts them in terms of finance, we go look that way we go understand. See where una bring we say let me argue this, but we not go say we not get them. We might say they're not involved in this process where they go say well we get people who we will call, we get committee, we have finance committee, we involved in the community. In other words, a public service them, we then look specialized again, we put in a that committee. So whenever IMF they come, we go know how we go able to put input inside there. So, but I only hope say then we're able to look to them things there. We go able for bring down a limitation of government expenditure. They reduce them. We go able look towards focusing on developing areas of the agriculture and the mining. Then just they take them easy so that we go able to see the land go maintain in life with the economic growth of agriculture and the natural resource they will get around with. We're not depleting the ground or for break them for let the economy will get problem with the climate. But it all comes down to how then we put things in place so that the overall economy will get a good uprise in the economy instead of forget that decline where they come. Then that line of inflation they try for cut them and maintain them, but we don't know how they go do them and which method they go use for in place because this is not just names and they call, but who side the money they go exactly like the question that. Thanks so much. Then we will forget that reset. Then therefore reset the economy. Now the people them where they control the economy, they need for reset back. Like we they see reset the team, pull an all default, put a new team back. But how is it gonna happen? That's the big question. Thank you so much for giving the platform. God help you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, bye now. Yeah,
Thank you very much,
sir. Yeah,
who's friend?
yeah, you're welcome. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Call on WhatsApp. Who that will you talk to?
Now, Omar, they talk. Omar.
Yes, Umar. 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, well, God bless you. The money, all the total way call so. Then they all not for Sierra Leone or what they want give or what?
Yes, not for Saloon.
Okay, well that's fine because you know if your country get, I don't know about African then how did they trust debt or whatever because how the economy they can they get more income, the workers they get them pay, everybody they get share because they can't monitor total we call it they're not able to call all. But for more the program start at listing lots of the stuff where what they want give the what they want trust me for me debt I need the free debt. You know, I know for say that's what they give me at the payer. That's no, I don't have any magic on that. And then let God let him be a true the possibility the Hanover get to because the campaign they on right now. We don't know if na SLPP they win. We don't know if na APC they win. Anybody win kind of power, let him try to see how best he try to get that money. Let we and then the Sierra Leoneans what are the what they done there. Let them self benefit. Not all of people don't get money, but the credit card what the people they build in this country, now Western world, now they make they make and Lausi. But if that money all go on another country, I wish la all go on another country, let God make everything to go successful. Thank you so much for calling me on in. Let God provide for you all and God protect your country. The election, oh, we don't live a few weeks now to and then go ahead. Let God make everything so far away be a shaitan people then. Let God clean the heart then for we country. So that me own contribution and then God bless you much triple A and continue with your good job. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Umar. Sheka, everybody get rights now, yeah? I make we create a platform so that we go able to hear from all man. All man go exercise that rights day. Yes, Tolo, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start with this. When Mother Baby in Ghana power, they talk about APC say they not trust the again. From where it come 2018, you see how the money that way you don't take IMF they accumulate. It's says right now at the same side they approach you. Are they who side and go ban reduce no? They're not going to give you money again because they take no more. And I look the whole thing. Look where I don't know where they explain this now. We talk about Ghana. Why then they go and take the Alpha money as well? Why the government's not go just ask for a bulk like get like $1 billion? They invest then half of and they invest on per energy. and the country, and the other one go for agriculture. This is a good solution. We go help the country. But they have money because we pour all the whole people to go ask like na beg. You can see madam you even though they give the money, she serious. You dey see something for you see your face. Wait watch. You wait they call na the screen. You can see her. You dey see her height now by the purpose in the like wait just a regret waiting they go right now. Now when they can't give this money, then they can increase everything at the country. No tax not in the Paris. If you can't put tax Paris this time, tax not the Paris, yes, they head for 800 or 1 million. If you can't put tax man before December, let's go hit 1 million for a bag. Yes, they go hit real fast. Yeah. We country, I don't know. But other ways than there where people and go just not the country. Bookman and the other team back. Why then they hire plenty people when they come overseas? The money will work now plenty. Why they not hire people away just come up collect now the country like 60% and or 70, then just hire small expats them overseas. The people overseas them plenty, and that kind of money they pay them will not go ever match. Trust me, they use password to they take. This money 20 million. The guy they say na small money. He 1-2 months they don't done back. They don't done. They don't done. Yeah, people. I don't know why. 167 million for 4-5 years. Small money like Randy. Look Ghana, how much they give them? They talk about 30 billion. 30 billion. We said not a small population, 8 million in defense. So yes. I don't know why, because we country just behind even though they go ask for money, they ask for better money. Let them see them plan a good thing for the country. And I look at I like just besides small. I look at and say, right now, and they don't exhaust, SFPP they exhaust all the idea, all the correction, all. Sometimes maybe if APC come with a new sometimes then go get waiting the color go help the country. But for SFPP right now, from now to December, at Ganga next time go just continue at the country.
All right.
So not that normal.
Okay, thank you, Tolo.
You're welcome.
Anybody who defend we for wait at the begin charge Monday. We defend we for campaign. At the charge. Yes, Ahmed. 3 minutes, sir. Ahmed.
Yes, thank you very much, Simply. Actually, if you look at all of this, for me, it's well for the nation, because the fiscal policy of the government and obviously they work well. That is fine. But what do you mean by IMF loaning when they give them money? Their money are not money when they are free, therefore pay back. You see, so if we look when this government come at power, they don't talk of MPC and then all them money they way. Now they don't get their money they have from MCC. They don't win all them compacts. They are a lot of money they don't give them. Then they dance over this. But what is that show now the country? Nothing. You see, we'll get this money. More could really say back for pay this money and more strangeness will come. More strangeness will come to the country. This not to say now something we for happy or for glad about say, oh, because you don't get this money, things will be better. No, will be ever be better. You see, this particular government don't lose focus as to how they manage situation. If you look at the country, from what they come, you see say everything is so much difficult. Things don't change, exchange rate, the economy not very well. We didn't see that. So, it's very much difficult for me to able make an edge or make progress over all of this. You see, because if you listen, even now when the campaign they talk of IMF don't believe this money, it means the government will do well, it means they progress, and they trust, then give them money they are. That's not true. You see, then they talk to the people and like say the people and then you can understand where they them money and they glad to say, oh, government, we get money. But is this thing they show to the people there? No. Look how it happen. If you look at the economy, it's poor. The average man they suffer. The average person they are serious suffering. But they use all of this, for most people and just say, things are fine. In paper where in the polling people in the jubilate say, oh, don't get this thing. We don't know the consequences, which are the rationale behind getting this money, which you get, this impact you get for rich on the people are more suffering because tax is up. It's just like when you pay tax. Sometimes you see they ask for say, okay, you need maybe a return. You apply for tax reduction. For example, someone will do so I apply for tax return and due. Then a due, it means and therefore increase and back because when once you apply for that return or maybe use an agency and pay back, then look at then they go through again and then they with all routine you don't have to do and say that money they due, even not even the taxes were paid for more than that. So therefore can't tax you high again. Just like the money IMF do so. Where they due, it means they therefore can't levy. So because now they can't regulate you. Now what do they want for me to deny they do? So maybe the rest now therefore can add more tax into the now that's my own take anyway. Thank you very much. Thank you for the program and thank you for the analysis. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Ahmed. Omar, you will come after Tony, huh? Yes, Tony. What you get for me?
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for having me and question about family. That's what today IMF done the help salon. And basically, International Monetary Fund, we then get a pool of funds. We then get members that they contribute. Usually we can say like how we get Osusu or Theft Society. You understand? And if anybody they need or your economy get issue or challenges, then go come in, they help you. So basically IMF usually they promote global microeconomics where they look at financial stability and provide policy. Then most times that policy advice we all see the rate at which our economy they go, so they can give at least capacity development and also they can support a country they maintain able to build strong economies. But usually the priorities of different priorities they can differ with different countries. So then waiting Salon need, not in Ghana need, not in Liberia need, don't kind of things then they. So basically for Sierra Leone context, waiting we IMF they notice there's like the economy is not moving in the right direction. So then say there are certain areas or loopholes where money they go down, where they need for control the area then they where forgive. Like most times those funds or those they come with reforms. Those funds they come with reform in the sense they come with a way where they go advise you say you get for remove subsidies, you get for this. They make most times I can say or we all can say IMF conditionality is not a come with good reforms them. Most times they get adverse effects on the economy in the sense wherein certain things then when a capital things then when a capital product away now the fast moving commodity goods them like for example gas people they buy every day them tell rest or the importation they go say when I put subsidies on them and when you look at the macro side of it, they look at the markets, they look at the business, they look at consumer, they look at government, and also they look at inflation, especially price level as well, especially for salon. So then there's so many parameters them where then they look at them because their job basically, as I say, inched on macroeconomics. They make most times it's not micro but macro, wherein all the things that they were on list. So now they look at unemployment, they look at your GDP, then they look at also they get problem in meeting your balance of payments. You understand what you mean by balance of payments? Wherein we find that say we spend more in bringing goods than waiting they come in. You understand? So we spend more in importing goods and waiting with the exports. So we're not able to get that kind of balance. So they can come in with the reform. But I can always say I will sound monotonous in this case, wherein I don't say this so many times that we have gray areas. When you look at at the opportunities and what we get, the gray areas and what we get in a salon, we don't need IMF. Trust me, we don't need IMF. When you look Guinea or the IMF, okay, somebody go say the mining the boom. Because we packaging, then a big challenge what we get in a salon. Most times, look like the program we hear a few days back where that guy comes say they build hotel, they can build houses and everything. We know they do due diligence for them for let we look waiting that them come near where they come they waiting because when you look at macroeconomics, if further they look at unemployment, they look at price level, they look at inflation, they look at this. Government, when you take their money, then they invest. Because macroeconomics, they also look at national income, how we they generate money. Not for one way say we therefore generate money through taxes no more. No. Governments can invest. In Kenya, they have Safaricom, like how we they talk about T-Mobile, we they talk about Africell, we they talk about this. When the company don't go to a certain extent, they sold share to a big player, but they still maintain their shares. Just like how we get Woodside, with Salon, we get 50% in Woodside. Governments can invest. Governments can own institutions where they generate revenue. When you get those institutions generating revenue, the money then the way they come in as profit or surplus. You understand? Because somebody go say government business not for big profit, now for great surplus or for render services. No, certain institution and the way they get where you invest in now for render for profit. Always say here is Sierra Leone is a classical example. If Africell and Orange they make that kind of money, then they make huge sum. Then they even exploit the people there. You understand? Okay, some people go say it's not exploitation because when you take the expenses or the overheads, it's very huge, and then therefore deduct all those expenditures, and then what they left, the net profit is small. We can't forget, an argument around it. But we get institutions then we can leverage on. We can able for tapped into them potentials. You understand? I see no need why make Sierra Leone for day when I go take 179 million and that money they not reflect in doing anything for the company. That company they Sierra Leone, nobody no go come buy a company where the assets and liability very huge. If you take liability in the sense, the debts, both short-term and long-term debts of Sierra Leone is very huge. Waiting at the capital assets, they don't even get better capital asset. Most of the sites that they go down, most of the equipment when they use their absolute means they're outdated. They cannot even match or compete with companies where they on ground. So many things the way they look. Governments are forced to me not they say let them not invest in agriculture. Agriculture is a very viable area as well. But let's look around ourselves. Even with educational premises, then what they talk about with hostels. You understand? Or we go say dormitory or whatever. We have never improved on them in that way. We're able for captivity, we're able for catch foreigners outside salon. We go say outside salon or even within Africa for say, I want to go study now for a big college, and we get the facility, we get the internet because when you talk about modern education now, you talk about connectivity. We don't have all those parameters, all those tools, they are not in place. We can able for benchmark where you see the amount of go Ghana. And see the amount of Sierra Leoneans in Ghana where they study. They know they go there with loans, they go there with foreign exchange. Go Kenya, I get green, white, and blue band and I go in a club. Between that people are in a club for 2 hours. It passed 4 Sierra Leoneans they will come meet him say, hey, we are another thing was in a Saloma, that green, white, and blue was in that's the in a Saloma. You understand? People then they study abroad. Why we not forget that kind environment there where we they attract other students them from other countries than Africa for they can't study in our own country, and they're not coming with they come with foreign exchange. They come with needed foreign exchange where we need. When they affect the balance of payments because waiting they spend more outside than waiting we receive. But if people then they can't study, then they come with money. If we're able to create an institution where we healthcare system, a salon is critical, is number one. We have a premium treatment. We are in now a first class. Why people they run go Ghana? People who run the cancer salon because waiting make salon they offer waiting and they look for where they Ghana. Probably we they offer at a better cost. because now price plays the difference here. You understand? But we know they build institution them. The one that we we've just listened about, the only way we can keep our economy running. Now when IMF can say, hey, IMF don't go money today, hey, they don't go, they make noise. No, it's not slap to we. We get what it takes. We don't need loan. We don't need that money then because those money then because I can tell you something. Now, one of the main things that they will cause this dollar issue for begin go up from the day one when this government take subsidies from fuel, we see the ripple effect. And when you take when fuel price goes up, all other sector, all other goods, because goods being transported now the province, they not they use water, now fuel then they use. So if price don't go up, those final costs or the cost with that cost with now what are they pay? Now the final consumer. So it keeps going up, and then we can't get problem at the OPEX or the world market of fuel. Fuel can go up coincidentally at the same time when we reduce subsidies, fuel go up that weekly. Then when the price go up again, we add another price on fuel again. So within 3 months, within a quarter, fuel goes up like twice. Now everything will begin miss everything. Those conditionality, I know they say it is bad to take IMF money. Sometimes it's good to take a loan from bank. People that even when they live now overseas, they take a loan from bank and invest those money and get returns and pay back those loans. Return on investment, the ROI. But in the case of we in a salon, we just go take money. Even the money will go take say for Sierra Leone. Nobody able for account. We see an audit report. Nobody able. So we take those money, then loans send the way they can. People we begin and get for campaign for them loans send it. We know they say visible what they do. But somebody go say yes, there's recurrent expenditure where government they pay workers they every month on time, this and that from their money that they use now. But we can invest those money in all those institutions were viable. And make money, with that money, then we can take and pay teachers. We can take and for pay other workers. We can even use some of their money, then they'll probably the money where IMF they give we can undertake capital expenditure, like what they suffer for lights. Because IMF, when you talk about macro, when you talk about IMF, their mandates and everything, they look at even electricity, they look at unemployment. All those things encompass. So you find out, say, if we not spend smart, we not use their money then they for create wealth. I would say I mean by create wealth. Invest because if somebody they work then they pay away money, it go picking go school. So they reduce unemployment. The party they now one mining company na salon they look for driver, truck driver. We not get certified like what you go say now American now then get people that we get how they call that CDL driving license. We don't have them. Then go for go Guinea for go put driver the way they drive big truck. Because most of we driver then go tell you say as I be drive truck, when you know the one that when we go drive them bus then way the last administration car with Savage Street for Clemson Center to the church that this summer me they done all the cluster. We not get people that we train, we not get skilled people that we get them to now only thing that they invest in when you collect their money then not for you can't say you collect their money. You for don't tell we say that money where they cancel. Now so at the can investment. Now so at the can create. But build institution. Make you always say we don't need for bola where we get all thing within we geographic location. We get everything, even if government wants to go into hotels. The question now sits buy shares from Kimbima Hotel, from some King Services. And some King, and they make, I think they're changing them to Tulum or whatever. And that's it, they make profit from that hotel. I don't see no need why government not can come and put square peg inside square peg. Because most times within the affects we make them money where they collect them, put them into that. Now because you got people square pegging around those, people don't have the idea, they don't get the knowledge, they don't get the leadership mentality, they don't get that thing, then they affect you. So you put money, then able for monitor the companies. So some they go down the drain through thief, where workman themselves their eyes, all man eye open a salon now for thief. You understand? So I feel say it's good we get them money and they, but IMF money no they come with easy conditionality. Most times it affects subsidies. Most times it affects areas where they know that the government they spend money. What the government they do in solution? You they look at you look at the fiscal policy, how you they generate money and how you they spend. So you get for cut down. in your expenditure. You mentioned something where you talk, say, we government not they ever church their own side, and then they church their own side. Now other areas in the church, no. Government, if you want for really get a prudence, you go for get be prudence, how you spend smart and everything, you go for cut costs from top to bottom. You get for cuts and let you them know say, the one where they live now, money, they can't force. We go only get few by the companies the way they generate revenue. So we get for all man get for understand. If people they understand, wanna become liberal and see even on a lifestyle and the vehicle they wanna they use now moderate vehicle and we're not too expensive, we're not they consume too much gas and everything. People then go seriously say yes. At least that's why I would see in the lifestyle and the kind of gas for they drive as official, they really don't cut costs. And at the end you get for look at fiscal policy. You got to look at monetary policy, look at the kind of inflation. So much money there in circulation right now. And at the same time, I don't say this several times. When you get too much money chasing too few goods, what we get in the market because people don't import better goods now because and we got plenty of money, then the money just they go up every day. So one part they no money in corner, I say today, now 2,500,000 that they take for this. It go up can now 2 million. Now money go up so for that day. And they're so smart. They able coordinate within a 5 minutes where they come up, pray where they tell you say dollar today, now 2,500,000. Remember, you go up go say now 2,500,000. You come na business na 2,500,000. The communication don't go. So if I now say you don't get more fiscal policy, you don't even get monetary policy. When monetary policy now the central bank, then they implement monetary policy. We go central bank no get the only quick fix we get now for can print money or for go do redenomination. No. Those are quick fix. Those quick fix can only work in an economy where very sustainable. We get all the things that were only so we they in place. And the economy they boom. You can do redenomination, people don't go understand, it not affect. But we are you can inject money. You know, even you do it timeline say you go take out the money then when me day in social period. The time they come, it pass, it lapse. You know, even to collect the money. Say, oh no, they make a match now. Match can it pass. No, but that's not the area. Is this a serious governor? You see, keep say this is a bank governor. I feel say the bank governor in brain the absolutes. It don't all. You know, able for match up with current trends. So that me won't take Abraham. But monetary policy now we need for put in place at that country. Fiscal policy, even you microeconomics, all the things and the way they look at, you look at the market, you look at the consumers, then you look at the government spending, you look at inflation, you look at price level. You look at even the economic growth. You look at national income, what do they generate from? Waiting. We don't get better economy there. So we exploit the few way they operate. The few. Look, Salombre with this, I mean, if I tell they talk all that, maybe go there the whole day. Salombre, they suffer water now, they then get for buy Bowser for the go get water because they need water for the Western bottle. Light not a day. So that if I say, let's see that now, Guineas all long up, Puna, Guineas who they drink. You go Salon, you not going to enjoy what's your call. So price they go people in the way for enjoy where you go say I they enjoy salon just because the overheads they increase every month. Every month, none of them come then they know the salon the overheads not increase. None. Either if exchange rate difference because they get for convert the money for buy raw material and $1 and they use for convert for buy. By the time they go buy price on the dollar don't go up, bank then rates don't change. So many things then the way they affect them. Light self no go there na generator then go they run and after them small generator me and you get now no backyard that they big list and they use way if one part and more over how many $1,000 for getting parts in it. So all that thing the way you look. How they go employ more people them way then they spend most of their money per repairs and maintenance and overhead. So they can't expand, they can't do any recruitment. They're not able for reducing unemployment rate because instead then they outsource certain function when they're not able for cover them costs then they so they say okay we dey sack all the driver let one man where they go they provide for we driver there. We will sell all motor car there, now they rent vehicle. Probably that will be cheaper. And we go able for say 5% or 10%. So many things and so many dynamics then the way of say whoever we come now salon APC, SLPP, they have to look at those things and way if I say go make we know the bula we go generate more revenue, we go make we cut costs, we go make we able for boom we economy back. Even sports and invisible exports, we know they pay too much premium per sport. You know, so many things, Abraham. But thanks so much for having me.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yes, Uma, quick answer. What you get for me?
Oh, well, thank you very much. I want to say thank you to Mr. Tony for his submission. He talked well. Well, Tony, I think an accountant on economics, he study economics. You know how to break things in down. May not study economics, but let me tell you, the layman economics na street 101. Tony used the word 3 times. Overhead. If you don't know what's in overhead, you don't know anything. Sierra Leone, the overhead, a day above and beyond. Okay? You they spend more than what you they bring in. You they spend too much. You get ministry that were not necessary. We get Ministry of Political Affairs. Anybody knows what that ministry? I can bet you say 60% of people on the ministry right now not even know if that ministry they exist. It is. Now can the young and brother and the minister of that ministry? Ministry of Political Affairs. What in that ministry they from what this election who last start to now? What you hear that minister they can't talk about? But that ministry they get permanent secretary, get accountant, get employee them. Where they work, where then they pay them all, including the minister. You get minister of local government, ruler, when Nabila Tunis. You don't ever hear about Nabila Tunis? The one that self wegi Ivon Akisoya, they say, tap and they hand over your property there now before election they start. Now the other guy, when we get 2 ministry of local government too. Marabi okay, create another one. So when we they talk now, people and we not understand, then they feel say, oh, Marabi go win back. Fine for you. Me not get for suffer. You to me they do. Me you get people in a salon then they suffer. I don't know close to 40 years. I don't involve. I don't know one day on play for almost 35 years. I got 401k, I got 403b, I get retirement, I get everything. Today, nothing wrong with me. I'm well taken care of. Me not they talk again for go take money in a salon. But people like you don't know how they you cause me idiot, stupidity, you don't know, Madabi go win back. Fine. I tell you something. When I sit down how they talk, say we pick it and go pay. Me on they need to pay. They need to pay for salon in rubbish one. Now you them born, now you them go school, now you them go for work, now you them they pay tax, now you them they die, now you they bury them. Or them bury me. So they're not going to pay non-panel rubbish here where they go on the salon. We sit down with the support nonsense. This man not get one clue. We not get no economy, nothing in all day. We not get no economy. In all day, we say day. What do they sell? We need to sell. I mean, can you believe a whole, you just said the word AAA, one whole country. This not a company, this not the mom and pop restaurants. This not entire country, one whole country, not get 20 million. I said the same thing a couple of years ago during APC time, when them go trust 12 million for buy bus. I said, if one whole country not get $12 million, pass them go trust $12 million for buy buses, then something wrong. Something wrong. So we they get government in, government out. They're all like this IMF. We don't begin to hear about IMF from Shaka Stephen in time. We get so much. Let me tell you, the money where then this 20 million. Anybody will study accounting, please when I open the books there. If Mother be no more, if they take that money, they will not divide them because for una some of una don't understand. People and they say Mother be in government when a dollar they pay them. Now dollar they pay them. Dollars then they pay them, not only us. And not of us in a white man. Now Sierra Leone and the back will come on at the diaspora, we come, where Mother be office come, they say a dollar they want. Especially that man where she done an office when they call Dembi. What in that guy they don't do? You know how much Mother be able to pay that Dembi guy they? Now the same Dembi guy what Oko talk say they can't build in and develop. What's develop? What in this guy don't develop? The guy she done at that state house, they eat for nothing money.
Tambi,
Tambi.
Yeah.
Tambi, yeah, I said Dumbi. Who's work with that guy? What thing that guy they don't do? Where don't make the country better? Where that guy in a dollars in the PR. We get people in Sierra Leoneans and when a dollars then they pay. Who say we they pull your money? We not get them. We not sell anything. Let nobody not like you. We not export no oil. What do you already export? What do you export?
But the export by the oil, boo.
Let me tell you, Guinea, all our Guinea they do so. Not today Guinea don't begin do am. Guinea, not today, I don't know, or bauxite don't come out na Guinea. Guinea them bauxite they don't depend from time immemorial, but we be still on top of them. Just like what you said. So, you see, them people are them continue the life, but we not to today. Guinea don't depend waiting and they pass so, but we be the strive, we be the do a little bit better now. They self don't come out. Everybody, Gambia, Guinea, Liberia, now we dey behind. Now we don't dey behind. Everybody will be better past the Mano River, now West Africa. Now we don't go behind. Then people are still they try for cost people, and when they talk about this guy, no wonder where man they behave so. Now we know the guy will be the teacher. In teacher, now David Francis and Charles Magai don't tell me exactly the kind educator where David Francis be. Because this not make sense. It not make sense. How much money? That 20 million, June 20, if they give them that money they right now, it's an immediate effect. If they give them that money they right now, June 24, they reach that money they done. Because nothing they come and you got to pay all them people here. And they cut down. Because when they talk no more say the overblown budget, then they lie and poor nurses and teacher them. So you know see the amount. Let me tell you. Yeah. Let me tell you. You go take 1,000 police and 1,000 nurses and 1,000 teacher that you put them 3,000. Take their all salary. One officer na state house in paycheck boku pass the guy today. You know how much they pay? My nephew now, me man. You know how much they pay him? Now 800,000 leons. 800,000 leons, and then they pay the boot, army boot. Now me they buy for an ad and get them boot shop then they hard rock boot shop. Now me they buy a send them for them. You will they cry by me all the time. If you see what in uniform don't fade. Yeah. Then we sit down now when people in the talk about them people, yeah, you get people out there ready for give you back talk. How can human be where you be? Because not to Africa you there, now abroad you there. Let God help Salon, but me let nobody not mix me up picking them. Me picking them not going for pay for that rubbish they did. Now I them born, now I them go school, now I them they work, now I them they pay tax. We now born
them go Salon by force.
No.
They carry them with them.
Let them pay tax and that. Thank you very much.
All right.
It's a sickening. Come on.
By force they carry. My in picking them. It's some country people they come for them. By force, then they go Salon. Let Ezekiel lock the domot for me. Yes, Ezekiel, lock the domot for me.
Thank you so much, Triple A. Me, I don't touch almost everything. And I think for me, why they were not they sit down together and take this loan way they want for do something big. Let them go put them across to them say, now this we want for do. We want forget water we they supply with people and once and for all. And so amount it go cost we. If una they give we loan now this we want for that project today. If una not they give we a fine. Sometimes you get for beat your chest for something where you want for solve once and for all. But like what they say, wait then go take and just now for salaries. This money not get for waiting at 24 million. Basketball player probably 6 months salary is more than that. For God's sake. Why they go present a specific project we want for do we for solve this issue water problem and electricity problem that this free town here once and for all. Go with this project and say now this we want for solve and now this we go cost we please now this we want loan for. If it go cost we 1 billion for solve this once and for all And obviously, let them see a monitor. Because the reason why they not go with this kind of plan, because they know say nobody know this way IMS go send for go monitor this. Because you tell China, then they send the Chinese for do them, and then they put that ring there in your neck. Pass if you solve them all the for 50 years. If you know solve them, then go continue for car with the Chinese there and take rates from people every day. At some point, because people and they pay for light anyway, where they're not a getter. At some point, sometimes I think their part then they necessary. Put ring per people away, then they pay as long as then they get water supply and electricity. Because people and they pay, then they get water. You know, they make them they go with this kind of projects to Chinese there because the Chinese there, you see the toll road where they don't put on they not they go no side until that 25 years don't kurang. In fact, if you need Sierra Leoneans, they don't want to sit down and that boots day for collect that money, then go out chong for can collector. Now, so then they do things. You know, the side way they know say you go default and better not they for let them take seize from you. Maybe they make them not even put hamper down there. But the one way they know say, you know, no matter who side go, Alex F na small one, it will continue for can, then go can do one. You know. For let una sit down together, we need 500 million for solve this water problem once and for all. Now, Freetown, now this money we want. If una not they give we for now, we go wait. They need to do 24 million. That salary no more and travel. Neither they go solve. That's it. You know they left with anything where you go look at that money will take from IMS. Now this you don't do. Thank God, free education don't they now. Now no more now they take everything. Free education, man, behind. Where then they end up for distribute question then to everybody. WAEC now then they sit right now. Now free WAEC now then they take. As long as you get money for joint group and pay, then give you. And then they go and pass and tout per way. You know, it's a numbers game. It allow everybody for calm, yet it's not solid. And God bless we. Thank you so much, Triple.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The last if go back, listen to that program we do, and make you refresh your mind. The promises where this government make to IMF say then go do. Go listen back. Just in case you won't forget, the subsidy where then they put per rest, then for pull them. The subsidy where then they put per energy, lights, then for pull them. Now make me no say na just election then they wait for the election done. When election done, we go a reward. All them subsidies then they pull them. We go a reward. Rest get for go up. Fuel get for go up. The airports in $2 waiting na be the National Revenue Authority their own plan. They don't implement it too, but they don't promise them. The government get for waiting take a bold step. Now make them self agree. IMF self agree say in order for be easy. I don't know where they can go sit down a cabinet waiting and they talk. You get somebody by yesterday program, they comment on YouTube. I am disappointed at you, Tripoli. This APC on the fair. Me fair to APC. No possible not for be critical on APC they fit for. You know some of una no get no investment in salon. Una no get people who una they sorry for na salon. Yeah. Not just political party. Now no money now aid. I don't care who is in power. All I care is where I open pump water for commot. But I get for dig well, forget that kind of water day. Where I switch me light on, light for day. No, I get for light generator, forget the kind light where I want. Because the light where they come, na bulb light. You know the light TV, you know the light fridge, you know the light nothing. You know the power nothing on. No, you know for talk about that. I make I say, waiting that we own desires them, it's different from waiting that the government in desire. The government own design for go na United Nations Security Council. Me own design for let I get light, water, good hospital. When the government say na lucky, the poor go yonder, then thing then they go happen. Oh, they sit on the wait. So because of that, me na APC I dey talk for. Get a grip. Some of you eh? Please. We'll go there back here tomorrow.